Japan is comprehensively developed country both politically and culturally. Japan reached the positions of leading countries today, in addition to the efforts of both the peoples and the political apparatus beside. The person whose significant influences on the positions of Japan today is former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who was the longest-serving Prime Minister of Japan. Shinzo Abe is like to Japan's political Superman. Like Japan's political Superman, Mr. Shinzo Abe was born on September 21, 1954. The first leader was after the Second World War in one. The family had a patriotic traditions and participate in politics. It's no wonder that from an early age he shared his political talents and his interest in the political fight. Mr. Shinzo Abe was born into the family, had a grandfather who is a former Prime Minister Nobusuke Kishida of Japan. Partner's grandfather is also the person who influences his political path the most. Grandfathers play the roles of observers to discover the special features of Abe. Ken Abe, the grandfather, is also a member of Japan's Lower House in policeman. His father, Shinzo Abe, was Japan Foreign Minister from 1982 to 1986 and was mentioned as a potential Prime Minister, the path to become a great Prime Minister. In 1977, he graduated from Seikei University with a degree of political science. Then, he moved to the U.S. to study at the University of Southern California. Then, he returned to Japan to work for the Kobe Steel Company. However, he returned to his political career. In 1982, he was an assistant and an effective man to his father's, Mr. Shinzo Taro. His days as an assistant next to his father's, Mr. Shinzo gave Shinzo Abe valuable experiences on his later political career. However, the incidents occurred in 1991. His father died, and Japan's his political part came to Paris when Japan was in midst of an economic recession and lost possessions over China. In 1993, he became a parliamentarian and held many important positions in the government and the LDP when he was 39 years old. On September 29, 2006, Shinzo Abe was officially elected as a chairman of the LDP and became the 90th Prime Minister of Japan. At the time, he was 52 years old and was Japan's youngest Prime Minister since the end of the war. However, after scandals and poor health, he decided to leave the post of Prime Minister of Japan on September 26, 2007. After the scandals and illness, Mr. Abe revived himself and once again became the Prime Minister of Japan on December 26, 2012 with the warm support of the Japan people. Mr. Shinzo Abe offers Abenomics plan to revive Japan. The plan consists of three main things, which are promote public spending, monetary easing, and extensive economic growth. Abenomics has brought impressive economic results to Japan that it will take a long time to achieve. As unemployment rate below 3%, financial index reached its biggest peak in 10 years. In this considers one of the great comebacks in Japan politics. In 2014, Time Magazine voted Mr. Abe as one of the 100 most influential people in the world. Continued for the next 2 years, the Japan stock market nearly doubled, dragging the wealth of Japan's consumer. In terms of diplomacy, Prime Minister Abe also tightened ties with Russia's President Vladimir Putin, along with preparing relations with China. Especially, Mr. Abe also tried to build a close personal relationship with President Trump in the hope of preserving the close alliances with Japan. Mr. Abe also attracted the media when he visited Trump New York buildings before his inauguration in January 2017, willing to use personal image to service the country. He once transformed into the famous Japanese cartoon character Super Mario to introduce for the Tokyo Olympics in 2019. It will be difficult to quantify the legacies that Mr. Abe left to Japan after more than a decade of leading Japan. He was criticized a lot for being arrogant and conservative. However, despite the scandal, Mr. Abe did not give up his essence because he always wants Japan to become stronger. On June 16, 2020, Mr. Shinzo Abe and his third term after more than a decade of leading Japan. Mr. Abe is Japan's longest-serving prime minister and George glorious journey. Thank you for watching our videos. If you like it, don't forget to like and share this video. Remember to subscribe to us to receive more celebrities video. Goodbye and see you again.